It's not a part of your syllabus or topic. It will not be asked in any competition also. But when you will know something about its evolution and something about its history, then you will feel more comfortable with this topic. That I believe. Actually, I have earlier also told you that when you know the history of certain topic, of certain phenomena, you feel more connected and more comfortable with that topic after knowing its history. So now we will discuss chronologically how these different uh, units evolved worldwide, and what were the earlier units of measurement, and how the measurement was practiced in ancient time. So let us start the from our own country, old practices which are being used for measurement in our country. So the first evidence of measurement and units and their standardization is found in Manu Smriti. Manu Smriti is one of the oldest texts written in ancient India. So in Manu Smriti, in 8th chapter, it is written that the king should examine the weight and balance for true measurement in his uh, area, in his territory, and mark all those weights with royal stamp. So the importance of measurement and marking of those measurement, which is nothing but legalization of standards, it is it can be traced back from Manu Smriti, 8th chapter. So in Manu Smriti, you can find this importance of measurement and their standardization, legal standardization by enforcement of certain rules. Other evidences of measurement and standardization of measurement we can found in our Harappa and Mohenjo-daro civilization. So they were using bricks of certain standard size. The ratio of length and breadth and height of those bricks were length to breadth to height. This ratio of bricks used in Harappan civilization was 4 is to 2 is to 1. So that is the ratio of dimensions of bricks used in those ancient civilizations around 3000 BC in India. So they were also using these standard measurement to build their cities for trade purpose, and also you can find their roads for intersecting at right angle. So it's from city planning and material used in the construction, it can clearly be seen that all during those civilization, ancient civilization, they were also they were using standard measurement practices. So these measurement practices in India are not new. Everywhere there were measurements, there were standard measurement, but they were not global. They were local standard measurement between different kingdoms. Every kingdom has had their own rule of measurement, rule of units to define the units, standardize the units. So in Harappan civilization, you can see the size of bricks, and it gives the idea about standardization of measurement of length in that time. Mauryan period also, if you see the famous book written by Kautilya, Arthashastra. In Arthashastra also, Kautilya has clearly written the units. He has standardized the units of weight and measures. He has also mentioned how to enforce these standardization of weights and measures throughout the kingdom. That is called legal metrology. This implementation part of standardization throughout the territory is called legal metrology. It has to be legalized by certain authority. So Kautilya has written in the book of Arthashastra how to legalize these standard measurement throughout the kingdom, which was the practice of legal metrology used during the period of Mauryan Empire in India. The evidences of different units can also be found in Mughal period. So Akbar during Mughal period introduced the unit Bigha and Gaj. So Gaj was the unit introduced during the reign of Akbar for the length, and Bigha was the unit of area. So these were the units which were introduced by Mughal um, dynasty, Mughal Sultanate, or in India. So these were the brief introduction of units and how they were being used in Indian subcontinent. Not only in India, there were local units used in European and Arabian countries also, African countries also. So there were units like cubit. So this cubit was very famous unit in Egyptian empire. In Egypt, Egyptians introduced this cubit, that was the unit of length, and presently 1 cubit is equal to 18 inch. So Egyptians standardized the cubit by granite bars. These granite bars were frequently used throughout the Egypt, approved by the Royal Meteorological Department. So these cubits, these granite bars were called royal cubits. These granite bars were called royal cubits, and these royal cubits were used throughout the Egypt. So this royal cubit was defined as distance between elbow and tip of the middle finger. So this distance was defined by Egyptian as royal cubit, and presently it has been standardized as 18 inch. So that was the cubit, which was very famous unit. Even in Europe also that cubit was very famous, so which was introduced by Egyptians. So that unit was based on human morphology, that is the dimension of parts of human body, length of parts of human body. Another famous unit was yard. Another famous unit of length was yard, and this yard, initially the Anglo-Saxons who inhabited the England, if you will go in the history, the England was inhabited by Anglo-Saxons. These Anglo-Saxons, that was the community which settled in England. So these Saxon kings were using a belt. That length of that belt they defined as yard. This yard was nothing but the length of belt used by Saxon kings. After that, in around 12th century, uh, English King Henry further redefined the yard, and he defined yard the distance between tip of the nose to the tip of the thumb when of a outstretched hand. Tip of the nose to the tip of the thumb for a outstretched hand. That length was defined by King Henry as 1 yard in 12th century, and presently 1 yard is 36 inch. So this was the yard, cubit, and third famous unit of length was foot, which all of us use nowadays. Still we use foot for measurement of length in our country also, even though this is not the SI unit of length. So this foot was defined as the length of foot of French King Louis. King Louis defined the distance foot as the distance of as the length of his own foot. So that was called royal foot. So this was defined by French King Louis. So this is the most famous, this is one of the most famous unit of length used across the world, still used across the world. Foot. Another unit of length you might have heard is, and this foot is 12-inch, cubit 18-inch, yard 13-inch, foot 12-inch, and inch. Initially, inch was defined as the distance width of man's thumb. Inch was defined as the width of thumb of a man. Later on, the inch was redefined by British King Edward as the distance of 3 barley grains placed end to end. Inch was, initially it was defined as the width of thumb, and after that by King Edward it was defined as the distance covered by 3 barley grains when they are placed end to end. So that was the definition of inch given by King Edward. So we can see from Indian practices and practices from Europe, the most of the units were not standardized worldwide. There were local applications of units. Mostly in European countries, these units have their origin from human morphology. Basically, those human morphology was not derived from common man. These all units were derived from body dimension of European kings, monarchs. So the units have their trace from monarchy. They were associated, somehow they were associated with the system of monarchy and slavery also. So these units were not something which is derived from a natural phenomena. They were derived from the body dimension of kings and monarch. So these units were also giving a sense of monarchy, a sense of slavery, a sense of non-standardization. So present system of measurement, that is the standardization of unit, the need for standardization of unit was felt to free the trade, to enable the trade between different countries. Actually, basically the motive to standardize the units and measurement was to enable the trade. The standardization of unit was basically for trade purpose. It was not for the purpose of science. Foundation of present day SI system, which we are using throughout the world, SI system, that is International System of Unit. The foundation of this system was laid down during French Revolution. So France is the country where the standardization of unit was started, where the standardization of unit was proposed to ease the trade between different countries. So during French Revolution in 1790, this was the year of French Revolution. That was the revolution against monarchy, revolution to end the slavery. That was the purpose of this revolution. And with this revolution, as I have earlier told you, the most of the units which were being used, like foot, yard, cubit, the all units have their traces from human morphology. They were based on the body dimension of kings. So to expel, to throw away every aspect, every trace of monarchy from the system, French also proposed to standardize the unit and to remove the units which uses which have been derived from the body parts of kings or monarchs. So that was also one of the intention of during French Revolution, to standardize the units so that the units which have traces of monarchy should be expelled. So during 1790s, National Assembly of France directed France Academy of Science in collaboration with Royal Society of London to make new units and phase out the existing units. And they also directed the new units should not have their origin from body parts of body like hand, foot, leg, etc. They should be based on the natural phenomena. They should have their origin from natural phenomena. They should not be limited up to certain king or monarch. So the basic guiding philosophy behind the new system was it should be for all time and for all people. It should be for all time, and for all people. So this philosophy, this statement was the guiding factor, was the guideline to form new system of units that should be for all time. That means it should not vary with time. This should not be time dependent. And second, for all people, the unit should not be based on some specific person like kings and monarchs. Length of foot of king, length of king's thumb, and other king body parts of king. They should be for all people. So this French Academy of Science formed a commission. This French Academy of Science formed a commission which was led by eminent physicists and mathematicians like Lagrange, Laplace, etc. So the task of this commission was to make a new system of units based on this statement. So the commission formed by French Academy of Science in 1791, that commission given its report. The report of the commission was submitted after 1 year, and in that report they have proposed a metric system. That means this commission has proposed the unit of length should be meter and unit of mass should be gram. So this commission proposed that 1 meter should be the length based on the dimension of earth. Based on the dimension of earth, the unit of length should be defined. So commission defined the unit of, that is suppose this is the equator and this is North Pole and this is South Pole. So commission defined the 1 meter as 1 by 10 million part of distance between North Pole to equator, that is the meridian. That meridian was also specifically chosen. That was not an ordinary meridian. So this meridian was chosen as this should pass through Paris and Barcelona of Spain. So that particular meridian passing through North Pole, Paris, Barcelona, and up to the equator. So Commission defined the length in terms of meter as 1 by 10 million part of distance between North Pole to equator of Earth. And this meridian was specifically chosen from passing through from Paris and Barcelona. So that was the first definition of that commission for meter. And commission said this system as the metric system. Metric system, the word metric system came from the unit of length, which was meter. And this meter word came from a Greek word metron. This meter came from Greek word metron. And the meaning of metron is measures. So this metric system proposed by the commission took this word metron, modified it as a meter, and assigned this meter as the unit of length, and defined 1 meter as 1/10 million of distance between North Pole to equator. And this line from North Pole to equator must pass from Paris, Barcelona, then up to the equator. So that was the definition given by Commission for the unit of length meter. Second definition, to define the mass, unit of mass, Commission said that the Commission defined the unit of mass as gram. Initially it was not kilogram. Initial unit of mass was gram, which was proposed by Commission, elected by French Academy of Science. So this Commission defined gram as the weight of water, which is kept inside a cube. This water is kept inside a cube having its dimension equal to 1 by 100 of meter. So again, meter was defined based on the line between North Pole to equator, and weight gram, which was another unit defined by the Commission, was proposed as weight of water filled in a cube having its dimension equal to 1 by 100 meter. So presently we know this is centimeter. 1 by 100 of meter is centimeter. So Commission defined gram as weight of 1 cubic centimeter of water, distilled water at 4 degrees centigrade. At 4 degrees centigrade, the weight of 1 cubic centimeter water volume was defined as 1 gram by Commission. Because we know this meter doesn't have any prefix, that is the base unit. But in contrary to this, the unit of mass, presently the unit of mass, which is kilogram, this kilo is used, there is a prefix multiplication factor of 1000. This kilo is used only in case of unit of mass. All other units like meter, second, they don't use any multiplication factor or any prefix like kilo, hecto, mega, etc. Only unit of mass uses kilo. The reason of this kilo was when this mass proposed by the commission, that is gram, was actually realized, it was practically very low, very less for practical purpose, measurement purpose. So commission again defined it as mass of water. Instead of 1 cubic centimeter, they defined it 1 cubic decimeter volume of water. To make practical significance, to avoid practical difficulty for measurement of 1 gram, commission redefined the mass, unit of mass, which was kilogram, 1000 time of gram, and this kilogram was nothing but 1 cubic decimeter volume of water. So this volume of water, 1 cubic decimeter, that is a cube having dimension 10 times of earlier cube, that is centimeter, 1 centimeter. Except 1 centimeter, new dimension was selected as 1 decimeter, which was 10 times more than earlier selected dimension. So the volume of 1 cubic decimeter of water was given name as 1 liter. By the commission, the volume of 1 decimeter cube, 1 cubic decimeter of water was given name as 1 liter of water, and weight of mass of 1 liter of water was assumed as 1 kilogram by the commission, because gram was very small. Practically it was very small to measure, for its application in measurement of mass. Hence this kilogram was used as standard unit of mass to make it practically usable. So commission defined originally 2 units, first meter and second kilogram. So these 2 units were defined by commission, and report was given in 1791. Commission submitted his report in 1791 after 1 year of its formation. In 1791, commission submitted the report defining meter as the unit of length, and kilogram as the unit of mass. So after 1791, the survey was started to measure the distance between North Pole and equator of Earth. It is thousands of kilometers. So the survey was started to measure the length of this line starting from North Pole, passing through Paris and Barcelona up to equator. So this survey took 7 years. It took 7 years to complete the survey and measure the length of this line. After measuring the length, that length was divided by 110 million of total measured length, and this 110 million part of this total length was standardized as 1 meter. So a prototype after 7 years, a prototype of platinum bar, a prototype was made for 1 meter based on this definition, and similarly based on the definition of 1 liter water, mass of 1 liter water, another prototype of platinum, pure platinum, was made, which was equal to 1, which his mass was equal to 1 liter of water. So the prototypes of meter and kilogram were fabricated, and after completion of this survey, it took 7 years. In 1799, France officially adopted metric system. France officially adopted metric system, and the unit of length was meter based on this definition, which was proposed by the commission, and unit of mass was kilogram equal to mass of 1 liter of water, which was proposed by commission. In 1799, France officially adopted metric system. It was the only country which officially adopted metric system. And a metric system was nothing but a system of units having meter as the unit of length and mass, kilogram, as a unit of mass. After 1799, in 1832, German mathematician and physicist Friedrich Gauss supported this metric system. There was some specific characteristic of this metric system. First, it was decimal system, and second, it was coherent system. And what is this decimal and coherent? I will explain later. Decimal is simply the multiplication and sub-multiplication factors are in the power of 10. You use kilogram, kilo means 10 by power 3, megagram 10 power 6, etc. Similarly, centi, deci, milli, they are 10 power minus 3, minus 2, etc. So these are multiplication and sub-multiplication factors which are based on powers of 10. That is called decimal system. All units are achieved, bigger and smaller units are achieved by multiplying or dividing by powers of 10. That's why it is called decimal system. And second thing is coherent system, that I will discuss in detail again. Coherent is nothing but the derived units in this system, and there are two types of units. First is base unit and second is derived unit, which I have discussed. Base units were 7 units in SI system: meter, kilogram, second, etc. 7 units. And derived units are those units which are derived by physical equations in terms of base units like velocity, acceleration, power, force. They are all derived unit. Coherent system means when you derive, this is the relation between derived and base unit. Simply, this is the relation between a derived unit and base unit. The derived unit is expressed in terms of base unit with multiplication factor unity. With multiplication factor unity. For example, 1 watt is a unit of power is equal to 1 joule per second. 1 watt is equal to 1 joule per second. This is the derived unit in terms of base unit, second. And joule you can further divide in terms of force, Newton meter per second. Newton meter, Newton you can further divide in terms of base units. So this unit multiplication factor is always 1 when a derived unit is expressed in terms of base unit. That's why due to this unit factor, this system is called coherent system. I will again explain in after some time. Further we will discuss it. So this system, decimal and coherent system, which was a property of metric system, this was supported by Gauss, Friedrich Gauss. In 1832, Friedrich Gauss measured the magnetic field of Earth. Magnetic field of Earth in terms of millimeter, gram and second. So earlier I have told you that French Commission had not defined second. During the metric system when the metric system was adopted by France in 1799, only meter and kilograms were defined. Second was not defined. That is the unit of time. So Gauss in 1832, when he measured the magnetic field of Earth, and in terms of unit system, millimeter, gram and second, he first of all he also proposed another system. Except metric system, he proposed system having unit of length millimeter, unit of mass gram and unit of time second. And this part was absent in metric system, initial metric system. So second was introduced by Gauss. After Gauss, BAAS, that is called British Association for Advancement of Science. After Gauss, British Association for Advancement of Science was led by again a well-known physicist Maxwell. So Maxwell led this British Association of Advancement of Science. After Gauss in 1860, this association was led by Maxwell in 1860, and Maxwell supported the Gaussian system of unit, which was millimeter, gram and second. And after that, in 1874, British Association for Advancement of Science proposed a new system of units, which was called CGS system. CGS system was derived from Gaussian system. CGS system, it has unit of length centimeter, unit of mass gram and unit of time second. In Gauss system it was millimeter. So slightly modified version of Gaussian system of unit was proposed in terms of CGS system by British Association for Advancement of Science, led by Maxwell in 1874. So this system, that is CGS system, was also a decimal system and coherent system. These decimal and coherent properties make conversion of units simple. So these simplify the units actually, measurement. So this CGS system was also having property of decimal factors and decimal multiplications, and it was also coherent system. Centimeter, gram, second, and in the CGS system, multiples and submultiples were also defined from 10 to power 6 to 10 to power minus 6. That is from mega up to micro. Multiplication factor from mega to micro were defined in this CGS system in 1874. So this was the CGS system which was proposed by Britain. So there was a competition between French metric system and British CGS system. So in 1874, CGS system was proposed by British Association. Till now, French metric system had also developed, and after that, finally in 1875, metric system adopted by France was adopted by 17 nations. 17 nations across the world signed a treaty of meter that was called Metric Convention. So this was the historic step to standardize the units across the world. To standardize units across the world, this meter convention was signed in France by 17 nations. This convention was signed on 20th of May This meter convention was signed on 20th of May 1875. So this 20th May is known as International Meteorology Day. International Meteorology Day 20th of May is known because metric convention in France was signed by 17 nations on 20th of May 1875. After signing the metric convention, three main international bodies were also formed during metric convention. So first is CGPM, second is CIPM, and third is BIPM. So these three international bodies were formed after metric convention in 1875 in France. CGPM is General Conference on Weight and Measures. That is the acronym for General Conference on Weight and Measures. CIPM is acronym for International Committee of Weight and Measures. And BIPM is International Bureau of Weight and Measures. So these three agencies are nodal international agencies formed after metric convention in France. And this BIPM has its headquarters in Paris. And meetings of CGPM, CIPM are also held in Paris. Mostly they are held in Paris. And the headquarters of BIPM, International Bureau for Weight and Measures, is in Paris. Because these all organizations had originated after meter convention, which was founded by France, so they have their French name also. So CGPM, which in English it is called General Conference for Weight and Measures. CGPM in French it is called Conference General des Poids et Measures. CIPM in French it is called Conference Internationale des Poids et Measures. BIPM in French is called Bureau International des Poids et Measures. These are the French full forms, and English full form are General Conference of Weight and Measures, International Committee of Weight and Measures, International Bureau of Weight and Measures. So these are the nodal agency to study the units and implement the new definitions of unit throughout the world. So we will briefly discuss the hierarchy of these three organizations. Hierarchy of these three organizations. CGPM is the apex body, and this is not a technical body, this is a diplomatic body. General Conference on Weight and Measures, it's a diplomatic body which coordinates with different countries. And second is CIPM. This organization reviews the reports and proposals of BIPM. So this BIPM, that is International Bureau of Weight and Measures, is purely technical body. BIPM, this bureau has its own laboratories, scientists, and consultative committees which study the specific topics. So this is the purely technical body having laboratories with scientists and physicists, and this body reports to CIPM, which reviews the reports of BIPM, and this CIPM also forms consultative committees temporary consultative committees to assist BIPM for certain specific topics. This reviews BIPM proposals, and this is the CGPM, General Conference on Weight and Measures, which is a diplomatic body and it coordinates with different countries. These are the three bodies which were formed after Meter Convention in 1875 by 17 nations. And this BIPM has its headquarters in Paris, and all meetings of CGPM, CIPM, etc. are held in Paris. So after Meter Convention in 1875, the prototypes which were created during 1799 in France, those prototypes were of meter and kilogram were fabricated from pure platinum. So prototype of meter which were formed by platinum was called meter of archives. Similarly, prototypes of kilogram which was fabricated from platinum, that was called kilogram of archives, and both these prototypes were standardized in 1799 in Paris. After Meter Convention in 1875, these prototypes were again fabricated, and they were fabricated with platinum iridium alloy. They were not pure platinum. Unlike initial prototypes in 1799, these new prototypes after Meter Convention were fabricated from platinum iridium alloy. This alloy was having 90% platinum and 10% iridium. So this new alloy of 90% platinum and 10% iridium was used to fabricate new prototypes of meter and kilogram. So the length of new prototype, platinum iridium prototype, was kept same as the length of meter of archives. Similarly, weight of platinum iridium mass, new prototype for kilogram, was kept same as kilogram of archive. In 1889, first meeting of CGPM, these new prototypes of kilogram and meter were adopted as standard prototype for length and mass. So as I have told you that initially during metric system in 1799 only meter and kilogram were defined. Second was not defined. Second was first defined by Gauss, which was included in CGS system. So this CGS system second was having definition based on solar day. So in the CGS system, second was defined as 1 by 8640. 1 by 86,400 part of span of whole day, whole solar day. Till 1940, this definition of second, which was given by CGS system, was adopted in metric system. Gradually it was adopted. It was not exactly 1940. Up to 1940, it was gradually adopted in metric system, the definition of second. So this definition of second was based on mean solar day. So in 1940, there were three units, standard units in metric system, which were meter, kilogram and second. Second was included in later phase. So till 1940, meter, kilogram, second for standard unit of length, mass and time. So these units, so the system of units was called MKS system. During this period, 1940, the system of units having units meter, kilogram, second was called MKS system. And MKS system has almost surpassed this CGS system proposed by British Association. So in 1954, next breakthrough in the history of units and measurement came in the form of addition of three new base units in MKS system. These three new units were ampere, Kelvin and candela. Ampere was approved as the base unit of current. Kelvin was recognized as the base unit of thermodynamic temperature, and candela was accepted as base unit of luminous intensity. So in 1954, three units of MKS system or metric system were extended up to 6 units with ampere, that is the symbol of current. Unit of ampere was symbolized as A, unit of thermodynamic temperature was symbolized as K, and unit of candela was symbolized as CD. So these three units were added by CGPM in 1954, and total units in metric system were extended from 3 to total 6. So that was the major breakthrough in 1954. CGPM accepted the approval of base unit from 3 to 6. After 1954, in 1956, Government of India passed the Act in our Parliament, Weight and Measurement Act 1956. The name of Act is Weight and Measurement Act 1956. This Act was passed in Parliament of India to implement metric system in India. So India became officially member and adopted metric system officially in 1956 by passing the law in Parliament. Metric system was adopted in India after formation of this Act in 1956, and after formation the National Physical Laboratory NPL National Physical Laboratory was formed in New Delhi. National Physical Laboratory is located in New Delhi, and it is the nodal agency in our country as per the Act, Weight and Measurement Act 1956. This is the nodal agency to represent India in these general conferences and BIPM, and based on the recommendations, international recommendation by these organization, National Physical Laboratory implements these recommendations of metric system in India. So till 1956, this metric system had been introduced in India. Now next breakthrough in this chronology came in 1960. In 1960, during 11th meeting of CGPM, this is the nodal agency which passes the resolution by voting. This nodal agency passes the resolution by voting for changing the definition of units or for accepting new standards. Whatever new resolution is passed, that is passed by voting in this meeting of CGPM. So in 11th meeting of CGPM in 1960, the SI system, the new system, was given the name SI system. Earlier it was called MKS system, metric system. Then this MKS system had 6 units in 1954 by adding ampere, Kelvin and candela. And in 1960, this system was given name as SI system, and the full form is International System of Units. SI system, and in French it is called Système International des Units. System International des Units in French, and in English it is called International System of Units. And this resolution to give the name SI system was passed in 11th meeting of CGPM. So after giving the name SI system, the definitions, some major definitions of meter and second were also changed. During this 11th meeting of CGPM, the definition of meter, which was defined as 1 by 10th millionth of distance between North Pole to equator by line passing through Paris and Barcelona, this definition was changed because this length was not precisely measured. It was not possible to measure the length precisely. So the definition was changed, and the new definition of meter during implementation of SI system in 1960. In 1960, new unit of meter was defined. Meter, the length remained same, but its definition changed, and the definition was changed in such a way to carry the initial statement, carry the spirit of initial statement for all people, for all time. Should not change with people, should not change with time, should not change with place. So definition should be based on universal phenomena, and as far as possible it should be unchanged for years, for thousands and millions of years. The phenomena, that physical phenomena, should be constant. So the new definition of meter was given based on the radiation from krypton 86 atom. Krypton 86 is a gas, and this krypton 86 atom is a stable atom. It's not a radioactive atom, it is a stable atom. So when you heat the gas, the electrons in this atom get excited, and these electrons, when they release and they go back in their ground state, they emit a certain radiation, that is orange red radiation. Orange red radiation emitted by krypton 86 was taken to define the meter, and meter was defined as the 165076373 wavelengths of radiation from krypton 86. So this much wavelengths, one wavelength has its certain length. So this much, the length of this much wavelengths emitted by krypton 86 radiation was selected as the 1 meter, was selected equal to 1 meter. So 1 meter was the length of these many wavelengths emitted by krypton 86. New definition of meter didn't last long. Later on, in 1983, definition of meter again changed. 1983 definition of meter was again changed, and this new definition of meter by CGPM, it was based on the speed of light in vacuum. Speed of light in vacuum was selected to define the new definition of meter. With this definition, the speed of light, that constant, which is the universal constant, was also locked. Similarly, the speed of light is completely defined, and based on speed of light, 1 meter length has also been defined. 1 meter length was defined as distance traveled by light in 1 by 299,792,458 seconds. In this fraction of 1 second, the distance traveled by light was accepted as 1 meter distance. So this was nothing but speed of light in vacuum. So speed of light was accepted equal to this value. distance traveled by light in this fraction of second was accepted as 1 meter. So this was third amendment in definition of meter in 1983 by CGPM. Similarly, another change took place in 1960 was definition of second. So earlier till 1960 definition of second was defined based on the mean solar day. Mean solar day. After implementation of SI system in 1960, second was defined based on tropical year of 1900 AD. In the year 1900 AD, that year was selected as base tropical year, and the year is nothing but the time taken by Earth to complete one revolution around the sun. So based on the tropical year, new definition of second was given in 1960 by CGPM, and this new second was called ephemeris second. 1 second was redefined as 1 by 31556 925.97. This much fraction of year, this much fraction of tropical year. So 1 second in 1960 was redefined as this much fraction of a tropical year, whereas the tropical year was selected as year of 1900. After that, the definition of second again changed in 1889. This new definition of second, which was given in 1960, this was again amended in 1967. In 1960, the atomic clock has been discovered, and this was the dream of Maxwell, physicist Maxwell, who led British Association for Advancement of Science and given CGS system, amended CGS system proposed by Gauss in 1874. Initially, first of all, Maxwell has proposed that the measurement of time should be based on atomic vibrations. He had proposed in around 1960 or much before that. In 1860, before 1860, Maxwell had proposed the definition of second should not be based on mean solar day, because daytime is changing with the rotation of Earth, because we know the rotation of Earth is not constant. Rotational speed of Earth is changing. It is not constant. So to make it universal constant, Maxwell has proposed that the definition of second should be based on the vibration of atoms, because the vibration of atoms are more precise, and second can be, they vibrate millionth and trillionth of time in a second, hence second can be further divided in finer part of time based on the vibration of atoms. So the concept of atomic clock was given by Maxwell, and to adopt the definition of second from atomic vibration. So in 1960, atomic clock had been discovered, and the ephemeris second, which was defined in 1960, was further amended in 1967 based on cesium-133. So based on cesium-133 in 1967, the definition of second was further amended, and in the new definition, second was defined as time taken by radiation emitted from cesium-133 hyperfine transition by the phenomena which is called hyperfine transition. hyperfine transition is slightly different from radiation which was being emitted from krypton 86. Krypton 86, electron is excited and it comes back to its ground state and releases certain photon of energy of photon and radiation. So that is normal phenomena. But hyperfine transition is slightly different. In this case, electron is not excited up to a higher level and comes back. In this case, the energy of whole atom is changed. The energy of whole atom is changed. You just understand simply, otherwise you can go in detail on net and you can find what is hyperfine transition. Hyperfine, as its name suggests, hyperfine, very fine, very slightly difference of energy, slight difference of energy. That is called hyperfine transition of energy. So cesium atom, whole atom, changes its energy level, whole atom, and that energy level is changed due to interaction of unpaired electron in cesium. In cesium there is one unpaired electron, and the magnetic field created due to this unpaired electron interacts with magnetic field of nucleus. So the interaction of magnetic field of electron and nucleus creates hyperfine energy transition. Just understand up to this. Otherwise it's a very lengthy subject and it involves a lot of quantum physics, etc. So this hyperfine transition of energy emits some radiation when the cesium atom is excited and filtered by sophisticated magnetic field of instruments. That instrument involves a resonator and filter of different energy level atoms by magnetic field. So that is a very sophisticated instrument used in cesium clock. So 1 second is defined as 91926317770 vibrations. Actually, this is the frequency of hyperfine transition of cesium 133. When cesium 133 atom makes hyperfine transition, it emits microwave of this much hertz. So the time required for this much oscillations of electromagnetic wave emitted by cesium 133 in atomic clock. This time required for this much of vibrations is called 1 second. And the last major amendment was in 1971. Before 1971 there were 6 units, 3 meter kilogram second and 3 units were ampere, Kelvin and candela. There were total 6 units. Additional unit, 7th unit was added in this SI system, International System of Units, in 1971 after 14th meeting of CGPM. During 14th meeting of CGPM in 1971, 7th unit, base unit, was added in SI system, and that was the mole. That base unit is mole, which is the unit of amount of substance. Till date, 7 SI units are accepted by all member countries of metric convention, and the last unit which was added in this SI system was mole in 1971. And the last breakthrough, which is called one of the greatest reform in standardization of units after French Revolution, came during 26th meeting of CGPM. After 26th meeting of CGPM, all the 7 units have been redefined, and this new definition is applicable from 20th of May 2019. So this is the latest reform in standardization and defining the units after French Revolution, where all the 7 units have been redefined and the new definitions are applicable from 20th of May 2019. And the 20th of May was choosing the special day to implement these new definitions, because it was the day when metric system was meter convention was signed in 1875. The 7 units have been redefined based on 7 base constants. 7 universal constants have been defined. So now we will not need any prototype of kilogram, prototype of meter, etc. The units are defined based on universal constants whose values have been theoretically derived. Planck constant, Boltzmann constant, speed of light, mole, etc. So 7 constants have been defined with their values, and based on these 7 constants, definition of 7 base units, that is meter, second, kilogram, candela, etc., have been derived. So that is the dream to achieve the definition without any physical object, where all the errors are possible in measurement, physical measurement. So that was the basic spirit during French Revolution, that the unit definition should be for all people, for all time, and as far as possible it should be based on a natural phenomena which is universally constant and doesn't vary with time, and everywhere in the universe that natural phenomena is constant. So that was the target goal of French Revolution, to define the unit so that they can be defined in a universal way, should not change with time or people or space or region, etc. So these 7 constants, these 7 basic constant, fundamental constants, which are Planck constant, Boltzmann constant, etc., which I will discuss further, these constants will be used to redefine all 7 units of SI system.